Tiger fans, what's going on, guys? So I knew everyone's going to ask, hey, where's my video? When's my video going to come out? So this is going to be quick, easy, short, simple. So the Tigers went and signed Javier Baez today to 6 years, $140 million. And in my last video, I specifically say that the worst fit for the Tigers would be either Javier Baez or Marcus Semien, and I didn't want either or one of those guys. Semien because of his age, and Semien ended up signing with the Texas Rangers along with Corey Seager, and wow, are they going for it next year with all the litany of moves they made. But I specifically said Marcus Semien and Javier Baez. Semien because of his age, being a power hitter, and I didn't think he'd play very well at Comerica Park, being a power hitter. Javier Baez, one, because of strikeouts. His strikeout rate is astronomical. You're talking about a guy that's over a career 35% strikeout rate. Can't even walk 7% of the time at the plate. And has always struggled mightily with swing and miss. He's always up in the league in strikeouts every single year. This past year with the Cubs, he was really bad. But with the Mets, he kind of straightened it out a little bit. He hit almost 300, had well over a 500 slug with the Mets, showed good pop. So, and Citi Field isn't a small ballpark either. And he put some balls out of that place. He still hit over 30 home runs. Again, there's no denying the guy's power plays no matter where he goes. But playing at Comerica Park for 81 games, I mean, think of the guy. Juan Gonzalez played here, and he left. He didn't want to sign anything with the Tigers because of how big Comerica Park was. And that was before they pulled the fences. And Miguel Cabrera would have easily over almost 600 home runs now if he didn't play at Comerica Park. Nick Castellanos cried and complained so much about the gaps at Comerica Park and how much that robbed him of potential home runs. You look at Prince Fielder, someone that hit 50 home runs in a single season. He came here and never hit more than 30. So you're going to have 81 games at this park that the power alleys are huge. Down the line, it's more of a lefty park if you're going to hit balls down the line with the porch and right. So I don't know. Let's start with the positives and what this actually does. The Tigers had a glaring need at shortstop, and they needed to absolutely do something to fill that spot because last year was such a merry-go-round with Nico Goodrum, Harold Castro, Willie Castro, Zach Short. They couldn't find someone to play there every single day. Baez, a former Gold Glove winner, there's no doubt you can't talk any crap about his defensive abilities. His defensive abilities were never in question. He's an outstanding shortstop. And one thing I do like is that you can put him all over the diamond. You can put him at third. You can put him at second. You can put him at short. So one nice thing I do like about this is one, it was the cheapest of all the shortstops. Like with Seager getting 10 at $325 and Correa already saying he's not taking anything less than Lindor, the Tigers were going to spend $350 million on Carlos Correa. And I'm sorry, someone with Correa's injury history, and he's only played a full season a few times. Like, I'm sorry, he's not worth 10 years. And there's another a guy who watches all my videos. His name is Riley, and I appreciate him commenting, trying to say that him and I had gotten into a discussion about contract lengths in the Miguel Cabrera contract. And what he was trying to say is in my prior video, I was trying to compare it to Miguel Cabrera and the age of it. No, what I was trying to compare it to is when you have someone locked up for that long, there's inherent risk. And you have risk of injury. You have risk that this guy could blow his ACL out and you're never going to get any money out of this contract. It's just going to be dead money. You're giving him $35 million a year. It doesn't matter if he's a shortstop in his prime with an elite glove. You sign someone, no matter if he's 21, Wander Franco, or Carlos Correa at 27, you sign someone for that many years, gets injured a few times where it costs him a season's worth of games. That's a whole lot of money and a lot of risk. It doesn't matter if he's going into his prime or if he's in his mid-30s. When you have someone for 10 years, there is so much risk. It's so much involved. So, and getting your money's worth out of that contract. And mid-30s, you just don't know, and how is Correa going to age into being a shortstop? Where is he going to play by the time he's 32, 33? So I didn't want Carlos Correa. I'm not mad they didn't get Carlos Correa. I want a Trevor Story. That's who I wanted the most out of all of them, because I think Trevor Story, I don't care about the Coors Field effect. Everyone says that's a thing, but look at Nolan Arenado. Everyone said the same stuff about Nolan Arenado. He came out and played outstanding with the Cardinals. I want a Trevor Story. I thought he was the best one. If I was going to give someone 7 years over $200 million, it was going to be Trevor Story. Now, at least with Javier Baez, it's only 6 years. The AAV is low, so it's not going to absolutely murder you for AAV, and there's opt-outs in it. So overall, the Tigers, I don't think the fit is outstanding, and I don't think Javier Baez is that amazing of a player. Like, he's had some good years, where he's been runner-up for MVP and everything, but his style of game, all the strikeouts, can't walk, inconsistent. He goes through wretched slumps of being absurdly abysmal, ask Cubs fans. But he goes through those other times where the dude, you can't sneak a fastball past him, and he's going to hit a ball 500 feet, and he's going to make absolutely dazzling plays at shortstop, and he's going to come in, and he makes the Tigers better. Let me get this clear to you guys. I'm not trying to poo-poo the deal and saying, well, what the Tigers are trying to do, they didn't accomplish their main prerogative of getting a shortstop. They got a shortstop. They did what they needed to do. They filled the void. And it's going to help their middle infield defense, which is absolutely terrible last year. And this is a guy that's versatile. He can play second. He can play third. He can play short. So he can play all over the place. And they paid the least amount of money that anyone had paid on the current shortstop market, because Correa is going to get 10 years, $300 million plus. He's going to want more than what Seager got, and he wants something from Francisco Lindor. And now that Javi signed for what he signed for, I think that's going to set Story's value somewhere over $200 million. Well, not quite $300 million, because these people they're going to give that Coors Field BS and say he's not worth X, Y, and Z because he played so many games at Coors and his home road splits. But it is what it is. The Tigers signed a shortstop. They get Javier Baez for 6 years. They fill the void they needed to fill at shortstop. Beggars can't be choosers. They didn't pay a zillion dollars. They didn't commit 10 years to this guy like they would have had to done Correa or Seager. They didn't commit a whole bunch of years. The AAV isn't terrible, but Baez is Baez. He's going to hit 30 home runs. He's going to strike out 200 times. He's going to look lost at the plate. He's going to murder the ball like he's seeing a beach ball coming at him sometimes. It just is what it is. That's Javier Baez in a nutshell. The Tigers are better with him than they are without him. They paid the cheapest amount of AAV. They didn't have to give him 10 years. He fills a hole. He's a versatile defender. He's going to absolutely help your middle infield defense that was abysmal last year. They needed someone at shortstop. So, and now him and Jamer on the left side of the infield is a really nice left side of the infield, because Jamer was really good at third. So now they have to figure out second base position, if Harold Castro's going to play there, or Willie Castro's going to play there, or Zach Shore. Are they going to maybe try Ryan Kreidler at second if they still believe that Ryan Kreidler is a viable option in the middle infield, even though he's now fully blocked? Now do they trade Ryan Kreidler because they have prospect capital for a better second baseman, or do they trade Ryan Kreidler or some of these other dudes for a better starting pitcher? Because Matt Boyd was non-tendered. Thank God. They finally got that injured China doll off the team, who hasn't been able to stay healthy ever really in this Tigers career and been extremely inconsistent. Now they have someone like Ryan Kreidler and Cody Clemens are down in the minor leagues that, second base is an option potentially now, and Ryan Kreidler's glove is really good. Do they let him go up, or do they trade away some of his prospect capital to complement Erod and get one more really good starting pitcher to say, hey, we're going to try to make a run for the second wildcard spot? Even with Javier Baez, the Tigers aren't better than Chicago White Sox. The White Sox are still going to own the division. They're still the best team in that division, and it's not even close. But maybe if they get one more good starting pitcher and they trade away some of this prospect capital that they have and get one more guy that's maybe not elite but is a solid 2-3 and helps your rotation and really helps out some of the young guys still, maybe they're going to think they can compete for the second wildcard spot. I don't know. So that's all I got for you guys today. I'll be back sometime soon to talk more about Tigers moves and where they go from here, like maybe setting up the lineup and how I see them going for the rest of the free agency. Have a good one, guys.